after his vacation home in northern Israel was attacked by a drone. On October 19 local time, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu broke his silence and expressed his determination to resist. Nothing can stop us. The 74-year-old Netanyahu shared a video on social media. Wearing a black polo shirt and sunglasses, he faced the camera. "We are in a battle for survival. We will persevere to the end." He added this is Netanyahu's villa, but he was not living there when the attack occurred. His wife, Sarah, was also not there according to the Israeli military. A drone launched from Lebanon crashed into a building, but it is currently unclear what building this is. There are also no casualties. The police said that explosions could be heard in coastal towns. When onlookers looked up in horror, a winged machine could be seen whistling over the houses in the area, although Hezbollah has been firing rockets and drones at Israel for more than a year, including more than 100 rockets launched from the Lebanese border on the 19th. This time they did not immediately claim responsibility for this attack. The rocket attack on the 19th killed a man living in northern Israel. Allegedly, he was hit by shrapnel and several others were injured, although Hezbollah did not admit it. Netanyahu still condemned them in his statement and defined the attack as an assassination. "The Iranian proxy Hezbollah today attempted to assassinate me and my wife. This is a serious mistake. This will not stop me or the state of Israel from continuing to fight a just war against our enemies to ensure our future." He also warned that anyone who tries to harm Israel and its citizens will pay a heavy price. "But what I want to say is that after all you're boasting for so long, you are also afraid of death. After killing so many innocent people, can you sleep at night? Don't you like assassinations? Is this your fate next?" The attack is still under investigation. However, it is not the first time that Hezbollah's drones have broken through Israel's defenses. The drone swarm attack 6 days ago killed 4 soldiers and injured more than 60 people at a military base in the North. Israel has a top-notch air defense system. It is not common for drones or missiles to cause so many casualties after the drone attack. Roadblocks were set up on the street outside Netanyahu's villa, and armed police could be seen everywhere. In fact, roadblocks are set up from time to time outside Netanyahu's villa. Sometimes it is to prevent domestic protesters from pouring in, according to the Times of Israel. After the attack that was considered an attempted assassination, Netanyahu quickly spoke on the phone with Donald Trump, the Republican presidential candidate in the United States. In the process of discussing this matter, it is obvious that there is an intention of reporting safety. Netanyahu hopes that through communication with Trump, the outside world will know his condition after this attack. And at the same time, he may also be seeking support from the United States in this tense situation. In addition, Netanyahu also got in touch with Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. Johnson confirmed this matter in a post on social media and emphatically emphasized that Netanyahu is safe, in good mental state and not under threat. Through such a statement, Johnson further clarified the firm support stance of the U.S. Congress for Israel. As for whether Netanyahu has contacted U.S. President Joe Biden, who is currently in Germany, the outside world currently does not know. However, there are news that Secretary of State Antony Blinken may visit Israel on the 22nd. This development has aroused the attention of all parties, and people are speculating about the follow-up actions of the United States in this incident, and its further support for Israel. Netanyahu narrowly escaped after his residence was attacked by drones. However, two details have become fatal hidden dangers. What kind of thrilling attack did the residence of Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu suffer? What is his condition after the attack? What details worthy of people's deep reflection are hidden behind this attack? In recent months, the Israeli side has achieved quite good results in the decapitation operations against the leadership of the Axis of Resistance. Leaders of Hamas such as Haniyeh and Nasser Allah, the leader of Hezbollah in Lebanon, have all failed to escape the attacks of the Israeli army. Sinwar, who succeeded Haniyeh in leading Hamas, fell under the muzzles of the Israeli army in a somewhat tragic way. However, just as the Israeli army was constantly eliminating targets, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu also unexpectedly became one of the targets on the hunting list. According to a detailed report from the Israeli Prime Minister's office, on October 19th, Netanyahu's private residence in Caesarea, a city in northern Israel, narrowly escaped a highly threatening drone attack. It is said that the drone was launched from the Lebanese region. On that day, a total of 3 drones entered Israeli airspace. However, the other 2 have been successfully intercepted by the Israeli army. One of them crashed into a building in the area during the interception process, rousing people's concerns about the further intensification of the situation. In the earlier announcements of the Israel Defense Forces, it was not clearly mentioned that the building that was attacked was Netanyahu's residence. As can be clearly seen from the scene, the attacked area has been tightly sealed off, and a large number of heavily armed police officers appeared at the scene as if facing a major enemy. They looked serious and watched everything around vigilantly, ready to deal with possible emergencies at any time. According to the Israeli police, they heard a clearly distinguishable explosion near Netanyahu's residence. The huge sound seemed to warn people of the seriousness of this incident. However, it is certain that, at the time of the attack, Mr. and Mrs. Netanyahu were not in the residence. This is undoubtedly a kind of luck. Moreover, this attack did not cause any casualties, which is also a blessing in misfortune after the incident. Netanyahu quickly spoke about this matter on social media. His words were firm and powerful, showing an unafraid attitude. He said that nothing can frighten him, and Israel will ultimately win this war. His words revealed a strong sense of confidence and determination, as if declaring Israel's strength and invincibility to the attackers. Although Netanyahu appeared calm on the surface and seemed to not care about this attack at all. In fact, Israel's intelligence department did not dare to be careless at all. According to Al Jazeera citing Israeli internal sources, Israel's security department was extremely angry about this matter. They believe that this incident has exposed a very serious security loophole, which is absolutely intolerable. In order to ensure that similar incidents do not happen again, they have ordered a comprehensive investigation of possible omissions and must ensure that no detail is overlooked and such things are prevented from happening again for Netanyahu. The details contained behind this attack event are even more deadly. After Sinwar was killed in an Israeli attack, countries and organizations including Iran, Hamas, and Hezbollah in Lebanon have all said that they will launch more attacks on Israel. This is actually not something new. Every time a leader is attacked by the Israeli army, these organizations will make similar remarks and will also use methods such as launching rockets to fulfill their slogans. Their actions often bring huge pressure and challenges to Israel, forcing Israel to be highly vigilant at all times. This attack on Netanyahu will undoubtedly further exacerbate the tense relationship between these organizations and Israel, and the future situation will become even more complicated. But this time, the attackers have obviously changed their retaliation thinking and no longer rely solely on traditional methods to counterattack as before. They began to seriously study Israel's combat methods and carefully study its strategies and means, hoping to obtain the greatest results at the smallest cost. This transformation undoubtedly brings new challenges and threats to Israel. Although no organization has announced responsibility for this incident at present, the number of planners who may launch the attack can be counted on one's fingers. Considering that the drone was launched from Lebanon and the complex and tense situation in the Middle East at present, it is not difficult to guess who the initiator of this attack is. However, it is not easy to determine the real mastermind behind the scenes. and various factors and clues need to be considered comprehensively, but the question is this attack a chance event, or will it become a regular attack method similar to rocket attacks? If it is the latter, then from now on, Netanyahu will live in fear every day because he never knows when a drone will fly towards him. The unknown threat follows him like a shadow and always hangs over him. And the psychological pressure and fear brought about by this uncertainty will have a non-negligible impact on his decisions and actions. And this is only one of Netanyahu's hidden dangers, but judging from the current situation, this attack is not a sudden event, but a long-planned attack. According to detailed reports, as early as August 18th, the Israeli side had issued a warning, stating that an unidentified drone was found near the residence where Netanyahu was attacked this time. This discovery immediately aroused the high vigilance of the Israeli military. Subsequently, the Israeli army quickly sent fighter jets to the area, trying to find and intercept this mysterious drone. However, after some efforts, the location of the drone could not be accurately captured. At that time, some media analyzed in depth that this drone was on a reconnaissance mission, and it was very likely that it had taken pictures of the interior of the building. This speculation is chilling because if this is the case, then the attackers may have carried out detailed reconnaissance and planning on the target and made sufficient preparations for the subsequent attack. Another hidden danger is that Israel's proud Iron Dome air defense system can no longer ensure a 100% interception rate. Previous missile and rocket attacks launched by Hezbollah in Lebanon have already proven their ability to break through the Iron Dome system. And this time, the drone flew directly to the Prime Minister's doorstep, although two were intercepted. But if next time it is not 3 but 13 or more, at that time, whether Israel's air defense system can deal with such a large-scale attack will become a serious problem. This uncertainty brings huge pressure to Israel and also makes people question the reliability of the Iron Dome system. It is even possible that this is just a test attack. According to the news, this drone directly crashed into a building. Maybe next time, the drones that break into Israel will adopt more difficult-to-defend offensive means in the famous science fiction movie Independence Day. When a missile breaks through the firepower barrier of an alien spaceship and hits the target, hundreds and thousands of missiles follow. And this is likely to be the situation that Netanyahu will face next.